Hello everyone! Today I'm gonna show you what are, according to me, the hardest sections in the Half-Life campaign. So let's get right to it. Number 1. Office Complex. The first real challenge, combat-wise, the player encounters in the Half-Life campaign is in Office Complex. After avoiding the fire of turrets, you'll have to navigate through a substantially long corridor, and at the end of it, the first Vortigons of the game are waiting, and they are moving in a pack and for a big surprise. If it's your first time playing Half-Life, getting accustomed to the hitscan attack of the Vortigon might cost you a few deaths, but once you realize they charge their rays for roughly 1 second, less if you're playing on hard difficulty, you can find a method to slay these alien slaves away. Having a shotgun in this section is highly recommended, especially on hard mode, or else your ass is gonna get electrocuted by these fuckers. Office Complex has 2 shotguns location before this hard section, but they are not located on the main path. A bit of exploring will do to find your trustworthy and very realistic double barrel Spas 12. Number 2. The Power-Up Fight. The next big challenge is in the Power-Up chapter, but this time it's not aliens wanting to kick Gordon ass, but HSU soldiers, and they're all well positioned to spot you and prepare for the moment you enter the corridors over the power generator. There's so many of these soldiers, it feels like a surprise birthday party. Your best bet is using the shotgun, grenades and the AR grenades, and the strategy is to carefully peek around corners as if you're playing Counter-Strike, particularly if you're playing on hard mode. This section is a good showcase of the HSU Marines AI. They will in fact try to surround you, avoid your fire by hiding around the boxes of the corridor, and throw grenades at you to not let you enter the corridors. As you can see, even I struggled with this level as a veteran player. We got hostiles in comparison to this fight is a breeze to play through. After turning the power generator on, a wave of reinforcement will come down to the underground part to bury you in the underneath of the Black Mesa facility. So blow 'em up for some fireworks. Number 3. Apprehension and Lambda core against the assassins. The ominous music introduces you to the Black Ops female assassins, arguably the sexiest opponent and the strongest enemy in the game. Their smelly boxes, hard-hitting silenced pistol, and fast movement are the bane of every new Half-Life player. These lolitas want your blood and they want to spill it now. Moreover, on hard difficulty, these assassins can turn almost invisible, becoming very hard to spot. The best approach to this fight is to either save your AR grenades to blow them up in one hit, or poking them with revolvers or crossbow. Another tactic is to try and close the distance to blast them with your handy shotgun. The latter is my favorite tactic. Filling up these bad girls with shotgun pellets is always satisfying, as it should be. In the Lambda core fight, as you can see, the difficulty is set to medium, since the assassins never turn invisible, but although it's medium difficulty, they still pack a punch and manage to kill me several times. You see, in Half-Life, unlike other classic FPS like Doom, Blood or Quake, some fights really need to be approached with a tactic and strategy in mind, since sometimes the gun blazing shoot at everything that moves tactic does not work even for skilled players. That's why the Half-Life motto was run, think and shoot, and not just run and shoot. Number 4. Surface Tension Fight. After having admired the beautiful pixelated rocky mountains that the Goldduster Sea skybox has to offer, and managed not to fall off a cliff because your vertigo senses kicked in, and after successfully surviving an helicopter attack, you traverse a small tunnel that leads to, well, an ambush pretty much, and the HSU boys brought a goddamn tank as well. Like in Powerup, this is another good showcase of the soldier's AI, and it really seems like this section is a premeditated ambush by the military because the soldiers are indeed on high alert and will spot you instantly, even if they've only caught a glimpse of Gordon's luscious red ponytail. Once you have exited the tunnel, you really need to ponder on your next move, because the enemies are holding the high ground and you're at a disadvantage down in the canals, and this is one main aspect making this fight hard and memorable at the same time. The roaring of the diabolical adrenaline guitar helps as well. The soldiers will use their elevated position to their advantage and will bombard you with grenades if you wanna catch some rest inside the canal. I almost forgot how these guys are more precise with their throws than a 67 years old professional lawn ball player. Hence, be careful not to get blown up. The tank might look intimidating at first, but he moves his fire cannon very slowly, and the crowbar will do to blow it up. Number 5. Forget about Freeman. The opposing faction fight. Inside the place, before entering the Lambda complex in the Forget About Freeman chapter, this place is called Mechanized Repair Bay, takes place quite an hard fight, with both aliens and HSU forces fighting with each other and being thus a double trouble to deal with if you are too eager to join the fray without waiting for the two factions to kill each other first, and thus doing you a big favor by slimming down the numbers of enemy you'll have to face. Contrary to surface tension, this time you can utilize the tank, which is furnished with both explosive rounds and light machine gun rounds. Blowing up alien grunts had never been so inexpensive on your ammo count for sure. During this part, you also encounter a new enemy, to your surprise or dismay, the energy freaking cannon, and it's quite strong as well, since it shoots an accurate shot every 2 seconds, dealing decent damage, and it's effective as well, because in the corridor there is no cover. Anyone else low-key hates the homing bullets of the alien grunts? I can never seem to avoid them, and they keep on chipping my health away. Number 6. Interloper. The final hardest part of the game, in my opinion, is in Interloper, and the final room before reaching the teleporter to the Neelan fight proves to be quite a good challenge, both for veteran players and newer players. The room is big and dark, making it hard to spot the alien controllers dancing in the air, and even the Vortigons charge their rays in the obscurity, so you need to shoot them before they scorch your pubic hairs. Pray you have enough revolver bullets to pierce through the controller's slimy brains, or otherwise you'll have to resort to your standard Glock pistol, since it's the only 100% accurate weapon aside from the revolver in the game. Well, there's also the Gauss gun, but since you're probably a noob, you have depleted all the ammo for it by missing every charged shot you took. The difficulty in this section lies mostly in the hefty number of creatures thrown at you and in the platforming section, with the platforms spinning very fast, making it hard to aim at the vortigons and alien controllers shooting at you. If you're low HP, it can become hell on earth beating this part, because aiming is very hard. I'm sure every new player hates this section, but you know what? A spike in difficulty is what I want and what every gamer should expect before reaching the final boss. Honorable mention: at battle you have no chance of winning. We all know what happens when we refuse the G-Man offer, and well, I truly wish that I had an arsenal to shoot from while I'm sent to this room. I could stay here my whole life, honestly.